Greetings, vapors. Thanks for being patient as we've had to negotiate the currents and eddies of the latest round of rules and regulations imposed by our government. Since vaping's inception to provide an alternative to combustible nicotine delivery, feels like lobby groups and certain political elements have been gunning for us, and more directly you. It feels like these elements want to limit your choices and your options for how you want to partake of your right to nicotine. The latest gun pointed at the industry is the PACT Act. Some of you may be aware through other channels what this is, but I wanted to touch on the highlights and what this means to you as a vapor, and more directly as an M2V customer. This is in no way what I would consider a deep dive or legal advisory segment, so take it as you will, but here's what we know so far. The PACT Act, or Prevent All Cigarette Trafficking Act, was passed as part of the December 27th COVID relief bill. The intention of the bill was to nip interstate tobacco product sales to anyone underage. Okay, that part's fine with us. M2V has no issue with keeping vaping out of the hands of minors. But it goes on to require anyone selling tobacco products, including ENDS, FDA defines this as electronic nicotine delivery systems, vaping. It requires us to register with the Department of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Okay, we're a tobacco product now. Even if no nicotine is involved, sure, no problem there. But this is where it gets impactful. The United States Postal Service, UPS, FedEx, and other what are called common carrier methods of shipping and receiving vapor-related products will no longer transport these items. Let me paraphrase. You, a user, nor we as a retailer are allowed to use the mail, FedEx, UPS, and others to send or receive products. If another option for transport is found, the package must be labeled with significant markings, a tax stamp on each product, and each must be received in person and signed for by an adult verified by a government-approved verification system, and all the details of the shipment documented and provided to the government. Woof. The cutoff dates for when each of these carriers will stop accepting vaping product shipping is as follows. For DHL domestic, they stopped last year. FedEx, the cutoff went into effect March 4th of 2021. UPS is next, and per their website, on April 5th, followed by USPS, the Postal Service, April 27th. Additionally, should a wholesale or retail operation find another method of transport for their products, the name, address, and itemized list of everything purchased must be reported to the Tobacco Tax Administrator for your state. And yes, that's at both the retail and wholesaler sides. This stringent policy is enforced by the ATF, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, which is then charged with creating a list of non-compliant businesses. Any operator found out of compliance even by the slightest error or oversight can see serious fines, imprisonment, and an effective blackballing of that business, impacting every aspect of that business, including their ability to work with credit card companies in the future. Okay, that's the summary of the PACT Act. How does this impact you? Your favorite shops and vendors are now incredibly limited in how they can get product to you. And even if they manage to find a freight company willing to transport your purchases, you can expect a significant increase in shipping and handling charges, as well as a handful of other inconveniences. That said, Move to Vapor in particular will be unable to mail or otherwise ship any vapor-related product as of April 23rd to ensure that any packages already in transit don't get stopped partway and therefore ultimately wasted. As well-intentioned as this law might be with the protection of minors in mind, it's more than not fair. It's crippling to businesses and vapors who have made the switch from combustible tobacco. I personally would like to encourage you to look through the internet news regarding the PACT Act and make up your own mind. So, as bleak as all this sounds, here's what your options are. You're not completely out of luck. Your local brick and mortar store will be able to continue operations as normal with the exception of anything not picked up in person. You can still walk in, you can get your supplies, be on your merry with no significant changes. Move to Vapor will be accepting phone orders for pickup. We don't do internet sales, so that's no significant impact to us. Some vape shops, including Move to Vapor, are investigating the feasibility of a pizza delivery style transport for your products. That will still need to meet the documentation and verification requirements of the ATF, but by bringing you that part of the process in-house, various shops, including us, hope to be able to minimize any cost impact to you, the consumer. You can also stock up now to help cover yourself while solutions are found. And trust me, every retailer and wholesaler is looking to come up with legal alternatives to this otherwise brazen attack against the vape industry and you as a consumer. Listen, on a personal note, vaping hasn't ceased being under fire for many years now. COVID-19, FDA regulations that are ever stricter, the PACT ACT shenanigans, your local shops are hurting. That's people's livelihood. That's jobs. That's my ability to feed and clothe my family. I ask you to reach out to your local retailer, talk to them about what your needs are, your e-liquid preferences, and let us help prepare to take over where your typical online ordering habits will have to end. I'm Jason, IT Manager at Move to Vapor, and a fellow vapor since 2014. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more videos, both amusing, informative, and thought-provoking as well. Have a good one.